let's run by you a lot more of those fine details of a distribution in terms of the figures that have been recorded in the last year alone. That's the year under review, according to the Ghana AIDS Commission. We know that a lot more females have been infected in the last year, and also there's a lot of new infections among children, according to the Ghana AIDS Commission. Let me run by you those figures quickly. So we have, for example, 5,211 young people between the ages of 15 and 24 who were infected in the last year alone. And now we have a total number of new infections, a staggering 18,928. And 28% of all of those are new infections, and they were among young people, as we've said. And so we have 4,325 females and 886 males contracting the disease in the year 2020 alone. And now we have the adult population that's 10.
Hello, my people. This is Belby again. My name is Belinda Bedu, but you can call me Belby. So, from my energy, I don't know. I'm not very excited. I'm not very happy because what I'm going to talk about today is a bit sad, for lack of a better word. It's a bit sad. I'm not too excited about what I'm going to discuss today with you guys, but it's about time. It's about time somebody actually spoke about these things, you know. So let me just get right into this. For about 3 months now, Ghana AIDS Commission have always been informing us about the alarming rate of HIV/AIDS in Ghana right now. Ghana used to, for lack of a better word, let me say, had some kind of stability when it comes to the control of HIV/AIDS. We were actually doing well, then boom, I don't know what happened. I don't know if the education just came to a halt. Yeah, it did though. It did, because growing up, I used to know a lot of HIV. You know, there were a lot of HIV adverts on the television. You go to senior high schools for games, and they've got posters everywhere talking about how you have to abstain and all of that. But these days, we don't see them. We don't see them. I feel like we took HIV/AIDS for granted because maybe people just didn't they stopped fearing it, or what happened? Is it greed? And you will have to know that the number of people who have HIV/AIDS in Ghana right now is mainly the youth. From statistics from the Ghana HIV/AIDS Commission, it says most of these people, as of December 2020, who had HIV/AIDS were people between the ages 15 and 24. Mostly females, my gender. And I ask myself, what is it? Is it abuse? Is it greed? Is it the excessive wants of luxury? Because these days most girls just want to make it quick. They just want to make it quick. Young girls don't know how to use their brains to hustle anymore. They go to school all right, they have the talent all right, but they would rather divert into the easiest way. Do we blame it on slavequenism? This is purely a rant. I don't even see where I'm going with this because I am just very disturbed about all of this going on. I'm just very disturbed. And nobody should come for me when I say slavequenism, because I'm not saying, maybe slavequenism started and it had its own translation, but over the period, we all have known that, or we all have come to see that it's been misinterpreted, or should I say that has always been the interpretation. People don't say prostitution anymore, but people are basically practicing prostitution. So do we blame it on that? Or do we blame it on African parents who cannot sit their children down and talk to them about sex? That bothers me a lot. That really bothers me, because we are in the 21st century, and it would interest you to know that up till date, African parents are not open about sex talk with their wards, with their children. It's like the abominable word. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I don't know about other countries. Let me just narrow it to Ghana, where I am coming from and where I am making this video. People do not talk about sex. It's like the abominable thing. Somebody is 50, like we just need to learn. We are all learning. We grew up learning about sex on the streets instead of from home. African parents don't talk about sex with their children, or most of them. It's as if that word is just too strong for them, or it just can't come out of their mouth, when we both know that was what you did to get us in the first place. So why not talk to them? And these people are learning from friends outside. You know, if we cannot talk about sex with our children, how do we even talk to them about their menstruation? Well, I for one learned about menstruation in senior high school. So when it came, my parents had, or my guardian at that time, I was living with my grandma. She didn't know I could take care of myself. It came like, and I had it for like 4 months without her knowing. And then when she found out I was doing it all by myself, she was very surprised. I was like, yeah, I learned it from school, because you don't, until which age do you want to wait before you talk to your kids about these things? It really bothers me. It really bothers me. So first of all, I feel like education was taken for granted. It just came to a halt. You know, we used to, growing up, I was seeing all these HIV, how do we call it? All these HIV/AIDS on the advertisements on the television. You know, some of the "It's your life, it's your choice," Obranewa, all of that. You know, love life, stop AIDS, all of that, and it just stopped. It just came to a halt. Abstinence. Now that brings me to my next point. Why is it that most people are afraid to ask their partners for their HIV status? I mean, you've met me, you like me, I like you back. What stops me from asking you? Why should I be shy? Why can't I just tell you that, hey, before we do anything, can I just see your can you take a test? Can we both take a test? Because HIV is not written on the forehead. And trust me, you don't have to shun people who have HIV. We are not saying you cannot date somebody with HIV, but it's good for you to know the status of your partner. Then it is up to you if you want to carry on, because you can actually carry on with somebody who is living with HIV/AIDS. It is not a death sentence. You can carry on. You just see your doctors. They tell you how to go about it. I've personally heard about people or partners who are living with HIV/AIDS. Like one partner is living with HIV/AIDS, and then is living with HIV. Let me not confuse the HIV and AIDS. I'm sorry. Next time you're going to go into the education of HIV and AIDS, because it's clearly, you know. So some people are living with HIV, and their partners do not have HIV, yet they have a way to. They have a way that they do this, and then they give birth to healthy children, and the children do not contract HIV/AIDS. I mean, this is the 21st century. We live in a modern world where things are possible. You know, things are possible. So I don't think me seeing somebody and then the person telling me they like me, and I say, oh, I like you too, and then I say let's go for an HIV test. I don't see what is so bad about it. I don't see what is so bad about it. So I feel like young girls, you just really have to take control over your life. Most of these people that are infected are between the ages of 15 to 24. You are the future leaders. I'm telling you, what happened to all the future leader thing is just the same. We all are complaining that the elders up there, the politicians do not know what is right for us. It looks as if we don't even know what is right for ourselves, you know. Because if who are they working for now? Who are they working for? You are destroying your life. You are shattering your dreams. You are not taking responsibility for your actions, and you just have to slow down, young girls. Just slow down. I don't know where the all this thing came from. And you know what? Something interesting came up. The Ghana AIDS Commission actually said that it looks as if the older generation, the older men are deliberately infecting the younger girls. Do you blame them? I mean, do you blame them? Sometimes we have to take responsibility for our own actions. We will rant, they are wicked. Why do you deliberately infect somebody when you know you have HIV? Yeah, true. But then what about yours too? What about your side of the blame? What about when you were supposed to take up responsibility? Yeah, people are struggling and you need to do things to survive. I know. You need to do things to survive, but does it always have to be sex? Does it always have to be sex? I'm just all over the place, you know. I mean, I prepared how to go about it. I prepared steps on how to go about it and all. I prepared notes on how to go about it so that I don't rant, so that I don't go so that I'm not all over the place. But unfortunately, I'm all over the place because it's just sad. It's just very sad. It's just very sad, you know. I don't know. Girls want to make it quick. Girls want all the luxury. One time I went to, I accompanied a friend to the club, and that was my second time going to the club ever. And the first time was still due to the same friend. And I'm not saying the club is like I went to the club. I actually enjoyed it, and I thought we were just girls. It was three of us, me, my friend, and her cousin, and we went. And this young guy approached me, and he said he liked me, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend. And he said, okay, don't worry. But I don't know, I gave him my number some way, somehow. He called me the following day. He said, oh, we should just meet up and eat some food somewhere. And I said, okay. I met him up, and this guy just took 2,000 Ghana cedis. This happened I think in 2016. Yeah, this guy just took out bundles of money from his bag, and it was 2,000 Ghana cedis, and he was telling me that if I have sex with him right now, that money is just for me to grab. So I was asking myself, you have all this money, you can have any girl you want, why me? So I don't know what made me ask, but for some reason I was like, do you get to use protection, or do I get to use protection? He said no. That was when it dawned on me that no, whatever disease you are going to give me, whatever STI you are going to give me, it may be treatable, it may not be treatable, but 2,000 Ghana cedis, even if it's treatable, I don't think will go a long way in helping me. I don't see why I should put myself through any such thing because of 2,000 Ghana cedis. I mean, and trust me, at that time, 2,000 Ghana cedis was a lot of money for me. Even till now, it's a lot of money, you know, it's a lot of money, but I just couldn't bring myself down to take that money. I even felt very disrespected. I felt insulted. I got up, and as I was leaving, I called another friend of mine, and she also happened to have another friend of hers sitting right next to her. So I think she put me on loudspeaker, and I was telling her how insulted I feel after the guy told me to have sex with him for 2,000 Ghana cedis. And then this guy, and then the other girl sitting next to my friend was like, Belinda, where Jimmy Papa, me there, give me the person's number. I was like, wow. So I feel like it is greed. It is the greed of young girls these days. Maybe in my next video I need to really talk and address slay queenism, or whatever it's called. Because slay queenism, it should be like you like dressing a woman there's nothing about a woman dressing, wanting all the luxury and feeling good about themselves. It is just about how you do it, you know. You see all these models, all these actresses on social media, most of their things are sponsored, most of their things are being paid for. Why do you have to live a certain life to look like them? Why won't you just work hard, make your money, and eventually look like them? I mean, I heard, okay, so what's the point if you are getting all these things, just you are sleeping with the men to get their money, to dress up, and just to sleep with more men for money? Do you realize it's a cycle and it never ends? You'll never be satisfied with any amount of money you are going to get, and your eyes will only be clear after you have contracted some STI. I mean, if I want to go on, I would go on and on and on and on and on without stopping. because this is very alarming. Young girl, take control of your life, because morals, right now you think you are just misbehaving and doing whatever you want to do, but in future you realize that you didn't hurt your parents, you didn't hurt your neighbors, you just hurt yourself. And then that is when you feel suicidal and you go like, God, why me? There are other complications in life. There are other things that could happen, natural disasters, any other things. So life is already complicated. Don't make it more complicated for yourself. I mean, live through it as it comes. Don't complicate it with your own hands, with your own two hands. Let me just bring this whole one to a halt, and we will talk about Slequenism another time. It's just sad. Thank you.